Hey guys, what it do? It's your boy Supreme Uchiha the God, and today we're talking about Shikamaru Nara. Now, he might not be the loudest or the strongest, but damn it, he's one of the most dependable characters in Naruto. And that's what makes him so special. From day one, he was a good friend to Naruto. Even when most people didn't see Naruto for who he really was, Shikamaru never judged him, never made him feel like an outcast. He even had a conversation with his father where he asked, like, why does everybody treat him so terribly? Like, what's wrong with the kid? And his dad responds in, as usual, a very fantastic way and tells him, what do you think of Naruto? And he responds like, he can be a bit annoying, but I think he's a good kid. He's like, well, why don't you just treat him how you want to treat him? And thus from there, Shikamaru treats him well. See, he accepted Naruto, knowing there was more to him than the troublemaker everyone saw. That's Shikamaru, always able to look beyond the surface and understand people. In fact, willing to question even at a very, very young, early age. Now, if you think back to the Sasuke retrieval arc, this is where Shikamaru really started to show his worth. He didn't want to be a leader. He always said things were too troublesome, too much of a hassle, too much of a drag. But when push came to shove, he stepped up. He put his team first, thinking through every situation with his sharp and focused mind, always keeping it on his friend's safety. Even though that mission didn't go as planned, with Sasuke still slipping away, Shikamaru proved that he had the brains and the heart to be a leader. But if there's one moment that shaped Shikamaru into the man we see later, it's the loss of his sensei, Asuma. That was tough, man. That was a tough time for us, man. Asuma wasn't just a teacher to Shikamaru. He was like a second father. He was his uncle in a way. When Asuma died at the hands of Hidan, you could see the pain in Shikamaru's eyes. Yet, instead of letting that pain crush him and break him, Shikamaru turned it into resolve. But he couldn't do that alone. Again, it was another conversation with his father, right? When he was playing, they were playing that game of Shoju. I can't remember the game, but they're playing basically chess, right? And it's not chess at all, but we're just gonna say that. And basically, they're having this conversation and they're playing, and he gets angry and just hits all the pieces. And his dad looks at him and says, and no, starts picking up the piece and says, "It's okay if you break and fall down, because every time that happens, I'll be there to pick up the pieces." Oh my god. Oh my God! You can tell where he gets his understanding, his care, and his loving, and he just willingness to question things from, because his dad is the cornerstone of Shikamaru's moral compass, and that is what keeps him such a fantastic character. You see, oh my days. When it comes to battle, man, like, I don't even care about his battles that much. He's a very smart guy, obviously, but I'm so more interested in him, the person. Like, obviously, the revenge he has against Hidan is sensational. Like, he plans it out, then smokes him like a Zaza. Like, I love that. It's a beautiful moment. See, now, Shikamaru. Man, let's not forget, after the war, Shikamaru doesn't stop. When Naruto becomes Hokage, who does he trust by his side? Shikamaru. Naruto knows that no matter how chaotic things get, Shikamaru will have his back. He's always the voice of reason, always the one Naruto turned to when things got complicated. A friendship, the one that started back when they were kids, became even more important as they grew older. Speaking of friendship, Shikamaru's relationship with his teammate Choji and Ino. Now, that really showcases his emotional intelligence. He knows exactly how to motivate them, how to bring out their best, and he trusts them completely. He's the glue that holds the team together, always thinking about those strengths and weaknesses, and he never looks down on either of them, but instead helps them believe in themselves and to ensure that they collectively succeed, because individually none of them are that strong, but together they're a very, very fearsome trio. So what makes Shikamaru such an important character in Naruto? See, it's not just his smarts, that's a massive part of it. It's his ability to stay grounded, right? Even when life throws him some serious curveballs, he grows from a kid who'd rather avoid responsibility into someone who shoulders it willingly, someone who understands that protecting others is what truly matters. See, Shikamaru might not be flashy, but he's the kind of friend, leader, and strategist that you can always rely on, no matter what. That's what makes him a hero in his own right. And even going back to that game with his father, you get the understanding that the king and all these other pieces aren't always the most important, right? Sometimes the pawn can walk its way to the top and become a leader. Sometimes the person or the thing that everybody ignores or nobody really sees as as like special, that's the person that sometimes can come out and shine. Right? Naruto is an example that nobody saw him as having any good potential, but there he became the Hokage. Shikamaru, he was the quiet kid, the kid that everything was too much of a hassle. Like, he was too cool for this shit. Boom, second, he's a Hokage. You know what I'm saying? So all of these things, like there's so many layers to a character like that. And the fact that he's such a true friend to everybody that he considers a friend. And he's also willing to go and revenge on a revenge tyrant like he does for against Hidan for the sake of Asuma. It's just the beauty, the complexity of his character, the fact that he's this strategist, this genius, this all of these things, but he is ultimately just a good-hearted individual. And he thinks for himself. I know it's been your boy Supreme Uchiha the God. I'm out.